Oh, you are already.
Yeah, of course, it's 1:30.
Sorry, do you have any students there?
Hello. How are you guys? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Miriam, can you hear me?
Yes.
Very good. Raising a bit the volume. We'll wait a couple of minutes more, just it's still one.
Hello.
Hello. Hey guys, unless you talk to me, please mute your sound or there will be chaos. And that also works for me. I'll mute when I don't, because I have kids around that make chaos because my kids are 3.5 and as we are locked at home. Anyways, so we'll just wait a couple more minutes because it's 1:29, so give time also for others if they want to join. And then we get started. Okay?
Yes.
Fridolin? Okay? Sometimes it's good to have just a nodding so I know that everything is fine. All right, then let's wait a couple more minutes and then we get started. Meanwhile, how are you guys? How's it going with them while we're waiting for the others? If anyone want to share how is it going there with the lockdown? If you're having a lot of fun at home? Do you all live in Innsbruck or
Yes.
outside Innsbruck? I'm
In
asking
Innsbruck.
Innsbruck. I'm asking
Yeah.
because I am in Mutters, so my connection is a bit terrible, but the rest is pretty fun because even if there is the lockdown, we have the forest around, we have a garden, so we can do basically anything. And since we have twins, 3.5, it's good to have some way to have the kids have fun and at the same time not be stressed for being home.
Yeah, for sure, to get a little bit outside.
Yeah, well, with 3.5 years old kid, if they have to be in the house all the time, I don't know who's killing who's first. If we the kids or the kids us, probably the kids us. Anyways, this class will be fun. A practical class, everything online. Wonderful. Anyways, since it's 1:30 already, then if anybody else comes, I would just accept them. But let's get started. Anyways, yeah, Mauro, I remember you. Just one of the students that is with you was with me last year. Still haven't learned German. Sorry, working on it. The German is difficult, so I hope it's not a problem that we speak English, but. Little by little, I'm learning. Just I didn't know anything when I came here, and it's not even a year that I'm here. So slowly I'm learning. Is it okay if everything? You all speak English, right? You're not like us Italians who don't speak any English usually. So I have the experience that nobody has really problems here, right? So be patient because I'm learning, but I still don't have the German for teaching a class in German. And it's mostly what I don't have is the understanding. When you start speaking, guys, it's like alien language. I don't get any single word. I have to say langsam, langsam. And when it's langsam, I get 50% probably. It's crazy. I'll reach that point. Anyways, I'm Armando, by the way. I'm Italian, as I say. Nobody's perfect, so my imperfection is being Italian. Just kidding. Anyways, so we were expected to have this class on the course, but unfortunately, it won't probably happen ever this semester. I cannot tell you exactly how will be the whole thing because in theory they told me that we might have to, which I would be happy. I don't know how happy you would be, but they told me we might have 3 classes in September. Tina, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Michi is also here.
Sorry,
Hello.
hello. I was asking because you had a face like, what the hell is he talking about? So
No, I'm looking like this because it's because this is a bit dark and there's the sun and everything. So
and I'm pretty far from home, as you can see behind me.
yeah.
So we might be on the course in September for a couple of times, and that's how I planned the course. Like I planned this course with you, thinking that in September we'll be there for at least have 2 practices, but most of the course will be online, unfortunately. So that's a pity because I guess it will be fun, more fun being on the court, obviously, and especially more effective being on the court. But this is what it is this semester, so there's not much we can do. Do you guys have? We will focus this course on basically tennis. I was professional tennis player before, not at the level of Dominic Thiem, but fine enough. I also taught tennis several years in Spain, in Italy, and in the Czech Republic. So I am a tennis instructor. And usually this course, also in the previous years when I was not here, was focused on tennis. We'll continue this tradition. Do you guys have, just for curiosity, do you guys have a racket there around, or do you have it? It's not really necessary.
No.
It's not really necessary. Just for curiosity, because there are some activities that we will do online. That if you have racket, obviously it helps because you can touch your racket and see it on the racket. For instance, when I explain grips or this stuff. But if you don't have it, it's not really necessary. Obviously, we are not going to play tennis with each other, or we will destroy the computer. So let me firstly tell you this. Since we are going to be online basically all the semester, I created a sort of a way to connect, a part of OLAT that is for me, my experience is better. I was in the United States before coming to Austria, and I was working at Texas A&M University, and in there we used a lot this program. Let me send you the link for that, and then I will explain you what is that. I'm sending a message with a link. So the link that you just got. Oh, I have sound coming back from someone. Okay, so the link that I just sent you is a program that you can either download on your phone as a free app, or a web page on your computer. Is remind.com, and when you click on that link, you just join this application. Is an educational application. What is the advantage of having that? If you don't have to, but if you do it, what's the advantage? The advantage is that you can communicate with me or with any of your teammates directly without the filter of email, or it pops out in your phone like a message. So it's pretty faster, especially because we will have some teamwork. If you want to use that, that helps getting in contact with me for doubts, or with your teammates when you have to talk about works that you will do together, pretty faster. But you don't share any information. You don't share your telephone number. You don't share anything. Even if the system asks you to put your telephone number, nobody, including myself, can see your telephone number. So it's a sort of a message sharing application. So that's the link. If you want to do it, you don't have to, but if you want to do it, that will help a lot. Obviously, if only 2 of you do it, it won't work really that well. But if everybody does it, you can keep in contact with each other faster. So that's you can do it right now, you can do it later, or you can not do it at all. But the link is right there. You just click on the link, you paste it on your browser, and you're in. And then if you want, you can download the application on your phone, and you will have it as an app on your phone. So you open the app on your phone, and then you can text me a message if you need something urgent in terms of doubts about the course or questions about the course, etc. And you also have the option to message the other in the course, like everybody else in the course.
And where is the link? Because I can't see it.
I sent a message in Zoom. You should have somewhere, I think that in the lower part, the chat button. If you open the chat button, you should have the link right there.
Okay, I already opened it.
All right, then What the hell did I do? Wait a minute. Why did I send it? Oh, okay, no, I sent it to everybody in the waiting room. Is there anybody in the waiting room? Why does it check? Okay, let's. Oh, okay, found it. Everyone in the meeting. There you go. You have it now?
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
I've been talking about the link for 10 minutes and the link was not there. Wonderful. Okay, now you have it there. So you click on that and you just get sign up for the course, and you'll see that you are signed up with Ruckschlagspiele. My wonderful German pronunciation. So say that today is just an introduction, right? So I won't take you long here, but we will meet online on a weekly basis as it was supposed to be for the course. And for the course, we'll be just split in different parts. So there is a part in which we will see, I will use my garden, so we will connect. You won't see the space behind. Can you hear well? Because I have two kids making mess around. Can you hear well? Can you still hear me well?
Yes.
Second?
Not really.
Misha, kids, can you go outside please for a moment? Babu is working. Amore, Babu sta lavorando, vai un attimo di fuori. Okay. So this one will be one of my helper for the course. It's Maria. She appears and disappears, but she's there. Maria, stop. Okay, so sorry guys. So we will do every week. Every week we will have a practical class in which I will connect the computer outside the garden and I will explain you different things. If you have rackets, you can try yourself, and if you have a space, you can try yourself during the class. Or if you don't, you just try to follow me. Actually, I will probably not connect the computer, but the phone, so you can follow me and see me better. And we will discuss about different things. One thing, kids, outside. Nishi. Okay, they're not here though, because they are shouting. Okay, so in the end, I have to move. Fortunately, I'm in space, so I can move very easily. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a family and they are all women. They are the commander. Sorry, guys, not intended as an offense. Intended that you are the leaders, and we just follow. Okay, so I was saying, every week we'll go, I'll connect the computer or the phone outside, and I will show you some of the things that we would have done in full in the course. For instance, we will go from physical preparation at different level for racket sports, and then we will see all the strokes that you play in tennis. So one week we will discuss about forehand, another backhand, another volleys, another smash, etc. And I will explain to you most of the things, the most important things that can be done online. For instance, how to hold the racket for each stroke, basic exercises at different levels also. So games, and also for kids to learn them, and also exercises that are more towards the competition. You with me so far? Obviously, I will use my wife and kids to show you some exercise, but most of the time I will ask you to have a bit of imagination, because my 3.5-year-old kids still don't really listen that much, as you have noticed probably. Told them 3 times to go outside and they say no. So most of the time, unfortunately, you will have to use your imagination, but I will also accompany everything I tell you with a document that I will upload in OLAT, so you can see the games, exercises, etc. also written. Is it okay? Questions so far?
Yep.
So we won't do online everything, every single class that we were supposed to have in practice, because I will substitute some of them with other type of tasks that I will give you, and I will will reach this point now. but several times, at least for seeing all the strokes and the physical preparation, that's something that we will do this way, the same way. With Zoom, I will send you a link, you connect, and then I show you, we discuss, and if you have a garden or a part in which you can practice at the same time. That's the maximum I can do for the practical part of this course. And then we reach the point of what I would like you to work with me. I have a couple of things that I would like you to work on, and the kids just came here. Kids, Babbo ce la fare un attimo. Okay? No, yeah. No, Babbo ce la fare. I am fortunate they don't have doors that can be closed, so the kids seem to be willing to come always where I'm doing things. Okay, they just left. I will go to San Francisco. I promise it won't be that this way every time, because we will go outside to the garden. So in the garden there will be more open space. It will be probably easier. I also bought, and I should receive the Bluetooth headphones, so I will be able to move a bit better. Anyways, so what a part of this, so this part, the online part, will be those 6 online meetings in which we will discuss everything from the basic strokes to physical preparation that typically is done in tennis at different levels, from kids to competition. The part that you will have to do remotely, there are 4 different things that I set up for you guys. Obviously, I'm telling you all these things like in a general way right now, and then in OLAT I will post everything more specifically with guidelines, with instruction on how to do each of them, each of those things. Now I just want you to know it in a general way, okay? And I will move again because the kids are here now. So first thing, there are things that you will do. Lasco, sorry guys, just they're following me, like I don't know what to do. Okay, look, yes, at least you have some fun, guys. So in this, thanks God I have San Francisco behind, because my wife told me to lock myself in the toilet. All right. I hate online. I would have loved to be on the court with you guys. Anyways, so now in theory we shouldn't have anything except for probably kids trying to destroy the door. So there are a couple of things. Some you will do it by yourself, others in teams, and obviously you will have to work virtually in teams. The one thing that I will ask you to do is I will send you a link to a video to a full tennis match, like a complete tennis match. There might be, probably there won't be one different video per each person, but there will be some videos and they will just distribute among you. So you will have this link with a video of a full match, and I will ask you to analyze it. Not the whole match, because usually they can be 3-4 hours, but just one set. If you're not familiar with the tennis rules, don't worry, because we will also talk about them in the following classes. So you'll just open this link, check the video, and analyze it, like statistically. I will send you a statistics grid in which there are voices, for instance, backhand, forehand, missed shot, winners, etc. And then you just analyze one set, write it down for each player, when they missed a shot, when they made a point with a winner, when they did a backhand out, etc. I will send you a grid so you know exactly what you have to observe. And again, don't worry if you are not familiar with tennis shots and tennis rules, because we will discuss all of them along the course. And this activity all the activities must be delivered by the end of the semester. So you will have time to work on them over the semester. This is one thing. So video, open the video, observe the video with the grid, statistical grid that I will send you. At the end of the analysis, basically you will have something like 15% of forehand winners, 10% of mistakes were volley, etc. Something like that. And then on this video, you will have to make a very short analysis, basically create the stats. So create statistics like just the one that I just said. So how many, what percentage of missed shot, what percentage of winners, etc. And then based on the results of your analysis, establish which is the weakest point of the player, which is the strongest point of the player, not point in terms of point, but strongest ability of the player, weakest ability of the player, and then write down 2 exercises, one physical and one technical, that the player could work on to improve the weakness that you found. Is it clear? Again, you can ask me anything right now, obviously, any doubts, but again, I will send you precise instructions, guidelines, and all the additional files that you may need for doing that in Holland, and I will let you know. So the statistical grid is in Holland. So you open the statistical grid and you just see the voices there, the items, and you can observe following those items. Everything will be there. Now I'm just explaining you in general, but obviously you are free to make me ask as many questions as you want. This is one activity, and that's why I'm not going to have all the meetings online with you, because some meetings will be substituted officially with that activity, because it takes time anyways to observe the video, make the statistical, etc. Another activity will be an online video exam. So it will work this way. At the end of the, by the end of the semester, before the end of the semester, I will send you 2 videos of either myself or my, oh look, there is another student here. So you can, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is another student. He's very, must be very smart, because university, and is, how old is he or she? Tina? Oh, you have the mute, so I cannot hear.
Yeah, she's my niece. She's 6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
She also wants to learn tennis, so
that's a good
she's
age
here.
for starting learning tennis, 6 months.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the online video work will be basically, I send you individually to each of you 2 videos. These videos are videos of myself hitting the ball and making a mistake, a major mistake. What do you have to do for each shot, for each video that I send you? Analyze, find out what's my mistake, write down what my mistake was, and then you will have to explain how to perform that shot, that stroke that I performed, how to do it properly. And then explain at least one grip, one way to hold the racket for that specific shot that you have to analyze. Let's make a practical example. I will send to Fridolin 2 videos. A video in which he can see me hitting a forehand stroke, and a video in which he'll see me hitting a volley backhand stroke. You'll have to watch them and find out where is my mistake. There will always be a major mistake. Based on what we will discuss during the class, during the semester, you'll be able to see, oh, okay, Armando did that mistake. Write down the mistake, and then after that, it says the proper way to do the forehand stroke is, and explain it. You can do it either with a video explanation, so you can show how it is, or you can do it in a written explanation. Preferentially, video explanation. And then finally, apart of having done this, also in the video explanation, say, so the proper grip for hitting the forehand is this, this, this. We will see 3, 4 different type of ways to hold the racket for different shots. So this is pretty much the exam. Is that more or less clear, guys? You can either nod or say yes, or say no, and ask me questions also.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. If that is clear, let's go to the
We will
third.
see.
I'm sorry?
We will see.
Yeah, well, obviously, when you see it, it's easier. In past semesters, what we were doing was this thing precisely, but during the practice. So a group of people would come with us to a tennis court. We would actually perform the shot right there, and the people that had the exam had to observe us and tell, okay, that's the mistake. Okay, this is the proper explanation. It was a bit easier, but your advantage is that you have the video of me, so you can repeat the video as many times as you want to see if you can find the mistake. They didn't have that. Anyways, yeah. What was your name? Sorry, the person was with Tina. Oh, you have the mute. I'm sorry,
Michi.
Michi. Oh, like my wife, Michi. My wife is Michi too. She's from the Czech Republic.
I have a more general question. Like, when do you think the practice will be in September? Do you already know anything about it, or is it just a general idea? Or
no, that's a huge mystery, and they thought different things. One of the solutions was to actually move the world course to September, but then they said no. But I'm in contact online with them, with the person who's in charge of these decisions, and the only thing they told me is that perhaps there will be 2 classes in September. I think that in September it depends on mostly the availability of the instructors, like in this case my availability, because they asked me about that, and they gave availability every day, every time. So I'm not really sure about that, unfortunately. The problem is I could ask you guys if it happens, because we are not sure about it. I can ask you when is the best time for you, but you are 19. Finding a date at the time in which you are all agree is practically impossible. We will see this later. Anyways, I have 2 solutions for the last activity. One is if we meet in September, and the other is if we don't meet in September. That's in case it will be anyways a couple of 2 classes, not more, I think. Any other questions so far?
Yeah, but because I already have so many courses, practical courses that are now theoretical, and it's not so much fun.
But in September there shouldn't be any course anyways, because they start in October the winter semester. That's why they want to place them in September.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking, like, if it's generally possible for us to do the course next semester also. Is it at the beginning of the semester, in the winter semester, or is it also at the end, just so that we know?
I mean, they don't want to move any course to the winter semester because of reasons, other like practical reasons. It's impossible to put everything together in a 1 semester. So what they did is either we move everything in September, so before the start of the following semester, or the solution that they eventually decided for is the course is online in the summer semester, plus in case a couple of practice in September before the new semester starts. So in theory, you guys don't have anything in that period, because the classes for the following semester start in October. So, but no, they decided to do it this way. But again, the main part will be with me online here. So you're not going to miss anything if you're worried about the difficulties of placing a course in September. And they will decide. Unfortunately, it's not up to me really, it's up to mostly the organization. They'll figure it out. If there is too much, if there are just too many things in September, probably they will not do it. Just to give you let's say temporary answer, just stick to this online course and everything I ask you to do, and don't worry about everything we will do in this course, and don't worry about the September classes. If they happen, good. If they don't happen, anyways, there is always a solution. But we focus on this online course, and then we see what as soon as I know something more, I'll let you know. Don't worry. But you will be able to
like there will be, but the practical courses will probably be normally done next semester again.
Oh, this is your question. Sorry.
This was I'm also confused about like everything, so it's fine. But like now, also this would be also a question.
So yes, unless the COVID stuff goes on and on. Supposedly not. Apparently, it's going to be better. But it's a bit unpredictable with this, right? Because in Italy, they started this in late February, and they were supposed to be back to normality in mid-March or final of March, and now they just extended social isolation until June. So the rectorate said that all the face-to-face courses are not possible until the next semester. But this is we receive 3 emails from the rectorate every week telling us new things about it. Depends on how the virus develops. If you were asking about the tennis course, there is also tennis course in winter. Usually the disadvantage is that it's inside the hall because the courses are not available, but at this point it seems like more an advantage compared to the semester, because this semester there won't be courses at all, tennis course at all. But again, I cannot tell you what's happening in October, because it pretty much depends on how the virus develops.
But for me, it sounds up to now to a pretty good solution.
Which one?
The one you said, like we will continue online courses now, and in September we have like 2 ways: we do it practically, or you have another solution, so we are able to finish this course like before winter semester.
I think that, I don't know if I understood well, but Tina's question was more related that if I can skip this course and wait until the next semester so I can take it practically. But whoever sticks to this course now, we do it online. There is no, unfortunately, it's this way. I don't like it, but we will go on precisely because you guys cannot skip an entire course for a semester, because then what happens the next semester? Everything becomes crazy. Yeah. So the only problem for our course is if we have 2 more practices in September or not, but the course finishes in the summer semester period.
Perfect.
So we say the video exam, the video analysis, 2 more things. This is something that we would have done in practice there every week, but we will do it online, and online is tennis warm-up. So I will create teams of 3-4 of you, and each team will have to build up a sort of warm-up for a tennis practice. So you go into tennis practice. Before the tennis practice, you have to warm up. The warm-up should be tennis specific. So based on what we discuss in the classes, especially the physical preparation part, build up in teams a warm-up that is good for then getting into a tennis training. Is that clear? So I will create teams. I will upload in OLAT the sheet with the team, so you know who you are teamed up with. And then there are 2 possibilities. If I can make teams that are all the same in terms of size, so all teams of 4 people or teams of 3 people, etc., I will give you a specific time, so 30 minutes warm-up, and then you manage it the way you want. I'm not sure I can do it because so far you are 19. So if I have teams of different size, the only task will be that each person in the team will create 5 minutes warm-up, and then you put them all together for a general team warm-up. You follow me? So if me, Paul, Tina, and Mauro form a team, each of us prepares a 5-minute warm-up exercise, and then we merge them together. What's the meaning of merging them together? When you merge them together, you have to think about several things. Progression in terms of intensity, specificity, that they have to make sense together, those exercises. Like for instance, if I prepare stretching, Mauro prepares some exercise on speed, Paul prepares some exercise on something different, and then we put them together randomly. That's not a good warm-up. You follow me? A good warm-up needs to follow certain rules. Start from a lower intensity, go towards the higher intensity, from less specific to more specific, etc. So since you cannot work together, you would create your own video, but you have to work as a team to create a full video then in the end that makes sense for your warm-up. Does it make sense?
But do we have to do it online or just send you the sheet of the 4 parts?
I would prefer you to do a video in which you can show the things, but you don't have to show precisely the things. You can also take videos, parts of videos from YouTube or any other source to show the exercise. If that is impossible, we will approach. At least you will have a written sheet with the exercises. You follow me? So preferentially, I would love to have a video worked on it. So if you are home and you can show from home the exercise, you can take a video of yourself. If you have a video, you saw a video on YouTube on what you wanted to do, you can take that video and merge it into your warm-up. So the sources are anything you can find. That is good.
So it's perfect. So
yeah, because I know, guys, like I have a garden, I can do a lot of stuff in there, but some of you don't. But so you can use any source you have to make this sort of video of the warm-up. The video itself doesn't have to be 30 minutes video, right? Imagine that I tell you, so you have to do a 30 minutes warm-up. It's not that the video has to be 30 minutes. The exercise as planned should cover 30 minutes, but then you can show me just a short part of it. You follow me, guys? A little? You will have, in this exercise, you will have two things. One, you write down on a paper or on a Word document all the warm-up with the minutes. So this exercise will be 5 minutes. This exercise will be 10 minutes. This exercise, and in the video, you will summarize this exercise by showing them on the video, but it's shorter video. You don't have to have a 30 minutes video, that would be crazy. Questions? Is that clear?
Can we
No.
choose a partner, or
Huh?
can we choose a partner, or do you give us partners?
Normally I ask you to choose, but this would be very complicated because you in a practice you are all there, so you can discuss it. So I will rather create the teams randomly.
Okay.
That's why also Remind works very well for that, because if you have a Remind, if all of you guys have Remind, then you can contact each other very easily. But when I upload the sheet with the teams, you will have the first name and last name of each component, so you can also write them an email through UIVK, because you know that the student's email is all the same, name, dot, last name, at UIVK, etc. But Mishi was saying no, something else that is not clear, Mishi. Hello? No, you just mute yourself.
Yeah. Maybe you can send us a Word file or something where everything is on it.
Of course I will. Like
Yeah.
I have it already written down in general, so you will see uploaded in all that the file with all this information that I just gave you. I'm recording this video and I'm uploading this video recorded this meeting. I will upload the meeting also in OLAT, so you can watch it over and over again in case. But then apart of it, like I know that now many things may sound like very general, very weird, but for each of the things that I'm talking about, you will have instructions, guidelines, and any additional file that you can use for making your activity. Besides, if you still have doubts, you know that you can contact me in any moment and write me Remind if you have Remind or a regular email, and that's it, or just write down all your questions for the next meeting. But yeah, Amishi, definitely. Everything we discuss, you'll have it in all that written down, so you can also read it there, and maybe you make up your mind a bit better when you see it written too. All right?
Okay.
And the last
one
thing,
more question.
Yes.
Because the link you sent it, there is a code we would need to sign in. Because I wanted to sign in.
And you cannot?
Yeah, you need to have a code.
Oh, that's the first time.
Okay. You get it by email. It was a mistake. You get it by email.
Okay, so you have the code?
Yeah, I think yeah, it will be in my email account. So
in theory, it's just following that, and you should be in. But if you have issues, just let me know. If you try it now, you can ask me right now. But if you don't try now, you can try later. But it's basically pretty much just following what the link tells you. It's super easy. If you have the application on your phone, it's even easier. I
Yeah,
can send
it is.
that also.
You
Bless
get
you.
the code by
Gesundheit.
email.
Thank you.
I already have.
You were saying something else? Sorry.
Yeah, the code is in my email account, so
Okay,
everybody
perfect.
can do it.
Perfect. The last thing that we will work on is also something that in practice we were doing, but unfortunately, well, this is the thing that we actually will do in practice if we really have practices in September, which is a final tournament. So basically, I will split the class in two teams, half and half, and each of these two teams will have to prepare a tournament, sort of tennis tournament, to be carried out in practice in September. If we have those two practices, so one team one day and the other team the other day. If we don't have those practices, just the Word file with everything about the tournament, from the name of the tournament to the rules, the schedule of playing, etc. Everything you had in mind written down. I would prefer to have it in practice, so you organize this sort of tournament and then your team makes the tournament in practice in September. If we don't do the practice in September, it's just the let's say the organization of the tournament written down on a Word file or a PDF or whatever you want. In this case, there will be two teams. I made two teams, so you will be a lot of people, because if we can go to practice, we won't have more than two classes in September. So each class would be a tournament organized by you. Now again, also that stuff, so who is in which team will be online in OLAT also. And any update I have from the rectorate and any update I have from the faculty, whether we go practice in September or not, I will obviously keep you posted. How do you do the tournament? Again, you'll have instructions, guidelines, everything in OLAT. I can tell you right now that in general, the tournament must be as we did it in previous years, and it was pretty fun. Obviously, must involve racket sports. In that case, it can be open to anything, any racket sport that you want to do, but mostly we do tennis, because if we go to practice, tennis is what we have easier. We have the courts, we have the rackets, etc. It cannot be the same, a replica of other tournaments, so you cannot create the Davis Cup because it already exists. You cannot create the Laver Cup because it already exists. So you have to find, invent, create a completely different tournament, but still that implies the use of rackets. That's it. Anything. Like in previous years, I had teams that organized a tournament in which there were 3 courts. On one course, they would play a sort of target game with rackets and balls. So you had your racket, each team had a racket and a ball, and they had targets. If they hit the target, they score points. It's still part of the tournament. So things like this. They had racket hockey, so hockey with tennis rackets instead of the hockey sticks. But anything that you have in mind. These two teams can create any tournament as long as it's not equal, like exactly like anything that already exists. And what I said is clear, not the whole thing, because you will have instructions for that, but what I said so far sounds clear, or you have questions on that? I'm waiting, like I do the same with the kids. I ask them if they have questions and they never ask anything.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Well, it's everything. It's online. Everything is due by the end of the semester. So you know it now, but you have it by the end of the semester. And believe me, compared to being in the classroom, being on the practice court, probably I won't say it's less, it's just different. You know, it looks a lot of work because we are not on the tennis court. If we were on the tennis court, it would be much better and much easier. But this is pretty much what we always ask the students, and I think that is fine. You just be fine. It sounds like a lot of work, but it's not a lot of work. I promise you.
Okay.
But
We will see.
the video analysis is just one set. The warm-up is just 35 minutes per person, basically. and then just merging it. The exam is the exam. So you say I send you 2 videos and you analyze, you take the time to analyze them and then send me back the response. And the tournament you will probably teams of 9. You have a lot of people to distribute the work. Don't worry, Nishi. You'll make it.
Yeah. I'm just afraid because the workload in every course is going up through the roof.
Don't tell me. I
Yeah.
know. Like everything I wanted to do with you in practice, I had it already ready, and now move everything online and try to make sense of this, because a tennis practical course online. Wonderful.
Yeah.
But that's also precisely why Nishi and everybody else, why I'm telling you right now from the very beginning what I expect you to do by the end of the semester, so you have a good period and you will have all the information online before the next class. So everything you need to know for each of the tasks, you'll have it before the next class, so you can organize yourself the way you want.
Okay.
Okay? And then if you have an issue, obviously you contact me or remind, etc. And I'm usually pretty quick responding via email. I'm even quicker via remind. Just remind not to send me messages at 1 a.m. because my wife could get suspicious. In the United States, I had a couple of students who would send me messages at 2 a.m. I'm not bothered because usually I don't have the sound on. So the worst scenario, I responded to that the day after. But then my wife, hey, you have messages from the phone during the night. What was that? No, nothing. It was Mishi. Mishi is me, because my wife is Mishi too. So use it carefully, just as I will use it carefully if you sign up in Remind. But remember that you don't, like, if you write me and you have an urgent doubt or question, you don't bother me. Like the worst scenario, I cannot hear the message because it's too late and I have the sound off. So that's precisely made for that, for quick questions. Any question?
Nope.
I will send you the Remind link also in OLAT. I will upload it there. So in case for instance, someone didn't connect today, and then someone left. Okay. So you have it there for if you want to try later, etc. I will upload the document with this information that I just gave you in OLAT also, and also the recording of this class. And then get ready next week. On Monday, we start the practical course online. So in theory, when we have the meetings, I will respect the time that was expected to be if we had to meet face to face. So expect to have meetings on not all Mondays, but not all Tuesdays, but on Tuesdays at the time of the course. So next Tuesday we will see each other. We will start working on. I will show you exercises for physical preparation, warming up for racket sports. Okay. No, always because my kids are coming. They found me. But we are pretty much done here for today. So unless you have any quick question, remember that you can also still write me on Remind later if you have some question in mind, but you cannot formulate it right now. And if not, just I'll put everything in there and send you a Zoom link again for next Monday, for next Tuesday. Sorry. The kid. Say bye.
Bye.
She will be my tennis player experiment. Okay? Yes, she doesn't know. It's okay. Okay, guys, then thank you. And I will see you next Tuesday.
Okay.
Let me know if you have any issue. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, Nishi.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.